Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Gray clouds hang over France City. They are seemingly waiting for the rain that never comes. Getting off the bus, a chilling gust of wind makes Rosa shudder. She glances around, carefully identifying the building signs around her and confirming the location. Yeah, this is the agreed upon location in the information broker's letter. Information broker. I'm a little early though. There's more than half an hour left. There's a newsstand over there. Perfect. I'll buy a newspaper and wait for him. I love that there are the sounds of footsteps. With the rise of journalism and commercial newspapers, it's common for people in France City to buy and read newspapers, chatting about the latest news. At some point, any major or minor news will be published in the newspaper. Whether it's Mr. Brown's fierce dog going around to bite people, soldiers bullying the elderly in the streets after the war, or the workers risking their lives to sue a factory owner. Soldiers bullying the elderly? That's a problem here? What kind of city are they living in? And today's headline on the front page is about another member of the journalism committee having been assassinated.
단행물위원회 편집장이 블랙레터한테 암살당한 게 벌써 몇 번째지? 편집장 중에 아직 살아있는 사람이 있나?
After buying the newspaper, Rosa hears several people on the side of the road having a heated discussion. The Wicked Rats are a notorious criminal organization that has emerged in France City in recent years. They resort to violent methods to expand their influence, most of which are extremely cruel and vicious. They will burn, kill, and rob anyone. What? What is happening? I mean, I guess it's good that this is a murder case, right? We enjoy those.
사무엘이라는 사람이 아직 남았다면서? 운이 좋아서 아직 안 들켰다는데 남시장에서 사무엘에 대한 정보에 현상금을 걸고 있대.
Interesting. Why did they change the name to Sam? They clearly call him Samuel.
우리 용감한 치안대도 그 극악무도한 악당들한테는 속수무책인 것 같아요. 최근 몇 년간 엉망이었던 치안을 생각하면
우리 불쌍한 딸은 프란시의 밤거리가 어떻게 생겼는지도 잊어버릴 지경이야.
어쩔 수 없죠. 전쟁을 겪은 프란시는 왕년의 모습이 아니니까요.
Oh. It isn't, yeah, the same. It isn't the same France City since the war.
우리 프란시의 영웅 자유로운 시사평론가 천칭이 아직 살아있으면 좋을 텐데 말이죠.
What?
안타깝네요.
The commentator Justice. But the justice that the stranger mentioned catches Rosa's attention. Justice.
반년 전에 블랙레트 체포 작전에 뜻밖의 사고가 생겨서 도시 전체가 떠들썩했죠.
Is it Artem?
몰래 치안대의 계획에 협조했을 뿐인데 결국 치안대는 주요 인물인 보스를 잡지 못했고 천칭이 사고를 당했어요.
I mean, he's not dead.
천칭이 세상을 떠났다니
Oh, it's a cannoli, not cannole.
정말 안타깝네요.
Interesting.
이 절망적인 기사들 좀 보세요. 천칭이 없으면 우리의 정의는 누가 구현할까요?
Rosa casts her eyes over the unfurled newspaper in front of her, trying to hide her inner turmoil. What? Freelance commentator Justice has been a voice of injustice in France City. Is this a mistranslation? He surpasses the limits of media and embarks on dangerous investigations. He attacks old loopholes and malpractices from a legal perspective. Justice is reporting an expose during France City's turbulent years helped bring clarity to many systems and policies. Yeah, that was a bad mistranslation. What? Gradually, Justice not only became a role model in the media, but also a heroic symbol in the hearts of France City citizens. But there are still doubts and speculations in Rosa's mind about Justice, which is the purpose of her meeting with the mysterious information broker. She chose to work in this industry because she admired Justice. After working in the media for a few years, she doesn't want to follow in Justice's footsteps. Instead, she wants to carry on what he failed to accomplish. Oh. She's come up with a general plan for what comes next, and all she needs is an answer from the information broker. It's almost time. Interesting. I wonder if the information broker is Justice himself, right? It must be. Rosa puts the newspaper away and pulls a wrapped rose from her bag, its petals still wet with rainwater. The rose is a token of her agreement with between her and the information broker. With this rose, she will be recognized immediately. Oh, she's Rosa. Suddenly, she feels something dripping on her head, which is promptly followed by a curtain of crashing rain. Oh no, I made sure I got everything when I left, but not an umbrella. Clumsy anime heroine. How frustrating. Whenever I bring my umbrella, it doesn't rain. If I don't, it pours. The crowd of people head towards the next city or station to take shelter from the rain. Rosa bursts into a small jog as well. Holding the rose in one hand and the newspaper over her head in the other, she hopes her clothes aren't too soaked from the rain. However, after running for a bit, she suddenly hears someone shouting in the distance. She subconsciously turns her head, and almost at the same time, a car seems to skid out of control, hurtling toward her. At that moment, her mind goes blank as her instincts take over to avoid danger. By the time she realizes that she's hiding behind the street light railing, and the car crashes into the trash cans with a loud bang. Well, that's good. The trash cans are crushed in an instant, thrusting the brown painted cans to reveal sharp pieces of broken metal. Garbage and debris are scattered all around, which becomes even more obscene in the rain. A few crows circle above and caw as if their meal has been disturbed. Phew. What's with that car? At that moment, several people get out of the black car. They open the back door while holding an umbrella for the young blonde man that steps out. Okay, that's not Artem. The young blonde man looks around for a moment, then walks towards her.
정말 미안합니다, 아가씨. 앞도 제대로 못 보는 우리 기사가 브레이크를 밟다가 미끄러져서 부딪힐 뻔했군요. 괜찮으십니까?
Despite the young man's concern, his eyes are chilling. There is no smile in his eyes and no guilt in his tone. I'm fine. Rosa doesn't know if it's her imagination, but ever since she started investigating the wicked rats, strange accidents have been happening around her. Come to think of it, the car drove right at her, like all those weird incidents in the past. She can't help but be wary. Not saying anything else, she turns to head to a place with more people. That seems sus. However, the young man quickly stops her with a stiff smile on his face, speaking in a quicker tone. He seems to be in a hurry.
전 빌이라고 합니다.
My name is Bill. His name is Bill. I like that they're like Samuel, and then now it's like just Bill. Not William, just Bill. Okay.
많이 다치신 것 같은데 가시죠. 의사에게 데려다 드리겠습니다.
No, Rosa, don't get in the car. No, I'm fine. I'm not hurt. Her answer, however, doesn't matter to him. With a raise of his hand, men in black clothes surround her. What are you guys doing? The young man ignores her cries and moves in. Without anywhere to retreat, she can only watch as he grabs her. Just then, a voice, in a somewhat threatening tone, stops the young man's actions. Here it comes.
빌, 내 손님에게 무례하게 굴지 마.
Go listen to that music. That is sexy music.
거기까지가 내 한계점이야.
Rosa can't help but stare at the source of the voice. Oh, here he comes. A person stands in a long black trench coat holding a black umbrella. Under the umbrella is a pair of deep azure eyes, a color that France City has not seen in a long time. He walks steadily towards her, step by step, through the rain of Rink Avenue as if no one is watching. Be still, my heart. Look at him. Oh my god, look at him, guys. He's so pretty. And this music. We shouldn't be doing this on stream. All of a sudden, the nearby crows flutter up from beside him as if frightened.
죄송해요. 오래 기다리셨죠?
Yes, the Yula Kyaz. The low and gentle voice seems to send waves of warmth that dissipate the tension in her body. Interesting.
요즘 날씨가 변덕스러워요. 비를 맞으면 기분만 더 나쁠 뿐이죠. 다음에 만날 때는 잊지 말고 우산을 챙겨오세요.
Oh, the next time we meet, don't forget and bring your umbrella. The next time we meet? As he smiled! Ah! He's smiling now. Oh my god. To be fair though, he was already really hot before. As he says that, he holds the umbrella over her. The cold rainwater no longer splashes on her body. A look of concern flashes across the face of the man standing before her and disappears before she can react.
괜찮으시다면 저랑 같이 쓰는 건 어떠신가요?
If it's all right, how about sharing an umbrella with me? Let's share our lives together, Artem. I will share anything with you. I'll even share my bank account.
무수할 필요 없어요. 제가 착한 사람은 아니지만 이런 틈을 타 이득을 보려는 악당도 아니니까요.
Oh my god, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I may not be a kind or a good guy, but I'm not a villain. My god. Or at least I'm not a villain like these guys. Oh my god. Bless. The man's face is calm and indifferent, his body exuding an unusual temperament, his face dignified and hot. But what he says communicates respect, making Rosa feel comfortable and unable to refuse. In any case, he is the only one who can save her from this dangerous situation at the moment. Thus, she wipes the rainwater from her face and responds quickly. Thank you very much. I don't mind at all. With a slight nod, he takes another small step towards her. His umbrella, whether intentional or not, happens to block Bill's hand. And just then she recalls what the man in the black coat said. Client, and sorry to keep you waiting. Could he be the information broker? Yes, yes. She releases the rose token that had been tightly clutched in her hand and gently touches the soaked petals. After the accident, the rose has been battered by the rain. Boy, the rose didn't stand a chance in this merciless rain.
험난함도 일종의 단련이죠. 풍파를 겪은 장미는 나름의 독특한 매력이 있어요.
Even though he appears to be describing roses, she can tell there's a hidden meaning behind his poetic words. And after saying that, he gives her a long look. Don't look at me. I'm shy. She's glad that he's doing what she mentioned in the letter to start a conversation about the token to confirm each other's identity. So you like roses a lot. However, before she can finish, Bill, who was ignored the whole time, interrupts. No, just keep ignoring him.
이게 네 한계점이라고. 이 사람이 대구는 네 손님이었다니. 언제부터?
The young man is surprised, but that is just a cover to hide his cruel intentions. The information broker's name is Artem. What a unique name. I was like, wait, did he say Artem? And then I realized, oh, in my head, I was listening in Korean and thinking in Korean. I was like, all right, that is Artem's name, isn't it? Okay, I definitely, at least Artem makes sense this time. I can use Artem and not feel weird, right? Remember when we did the Gufeng cards and they were all Chinese and everyone had Chinese names and the setting was clearly China, but they didn't change their names? At least this setting, it makes sense. In response to the young man's questions, Artem only nods slightly. His eyes are heavy, with no unnecessary movement. His expression as cold as ever.
그래. 별다른 일 없으면 이분은 내가 데리고 가지.
내가 데리고 가지. Oh, yes, please take me. Take me now. I know that's not what he said, really, but that's okay. The short response is delivered in a forceful manner, leaving no room for negotiation. The man seems uninterested in Bill's latest question, or last question, choosing to ignore it. And sensing the silence, Artem adds on, as if out of politeness.
왜 그래? 아니면 두 사람 사이에 무슨 오해라도 있나?
Artem's tone is cold. Hearing this, the fake smile reappears on the young man's face.
배그는 네 손님이라면 오해인지 아닌지는 중요하지 않아. 그럼 즐거운 거래가 되길 빌지.
With that, the young man throws Rosa a glance before he leaves. The cold light in his eyes seemed to penetrate her, reflecting his reluctance to leave. Watching as he and his men leave, she secretly wonders if they were related to the wicked rats. Just then, a voice brings her back to her senses.
여긴 얘기하기 불편하니 절 따라오시죠.
It'll be uncomfortable talking here. Let's go somewhere else. She's tried countless methods and placed tremendous effort to get the contact information of the best information broker in France City. There are mysterious rumors surrounding this broker, and he possesses a wealth of information about everything there is to know about France City. Up until now, the clients of this information broker all have the same thing to say about him. He is cold and cunning. That doesn't sound like Artem at all. But that doesn't seem particularly accurate given how he just rescued me and the tone of his voice. Little sus, right? But in a good way. Artem is our safe boy. I love him because of that. Okay. Artem shares an umbrella with her the whole way. They make several left and right turns before arriving at a small tavern named Sword. From the outside, there is nothing spectacular about the small, humble tavern. Artem leads her inside. The rain outside has turned into a drizzle, looking like it might stop at any moment. This is cool. Before closing the door, she notices Artem flipping over the open for business sign. Oh, so he owns this place. He's very cautious. Thinking of this, her nose suddenly feels itchy as she lets out a sneeze. Did I catch a cold already? Why do Asian dramas think that you can catch a cold so fast? Like you're out in the rain for 5 minutes and then you're sick like immediately afterwards. What? She looks for a handkerchief from her bag to dry her hair, but a white towel is given to her.
이거 쓰세요.
She freezes for a moment. She looks up and realizes it is Artem handing her the towel. The expression on his face remains indifferent, but his words give off the illusion that he's a gentleman. Illusion. No, he is a gentleman. We believe. I believe in Artem. Artem is never not a gentleman. Rosa immediately puts a thought in the back of her mind. The rain must have done a number on her, clouding her thoughts. She quickly takes the towel. Thank you. It wouldn't be apt to describe this cold and cunning information broker as gentle. But he's different from what the rumors say about him. Just then, a woman walks down the stairs. Dressed like a waitress, she looks at them in surprise.
어머, 별일이네. 은우 씨가 먼저 챙겨주는 건 처음 보는데.
Huh? Is it Celestine? Hi, King Draven Gaming. We're doing Tears of Themis. And it's early Halloween cosplay. Hello. Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. Is this Celestine, do you think? That would be so funny.
지민 씨, 이분은 제 손님이에요.
Celestine exists in this universe too. Oh my god. It is Celestine.
은우 씨 손님이 얼마나 많은데 이렇게 특별 대우하는 건 이번이 처음인 것 같은데.
눈에 보이는 게 다 진실은 아니죠.
What the eyes see may not always be the truth. Artem seems to notice her shocked expression, adding,
손님이 감기에 걸리면 컨디션에 영향이 가고 컨디션이 안 좋아지면 비즈니스에 문제가 생기니까요.
If my client gets sick, then their condition will be bad or worsen. If their condition is bad, then it'll cause problems for my business. That's all. Oh, I see. Ahem. Well, I'm in tip-top shape and ready to talk business.
지금은 급하지 않아요.
We're not in a rush right now. Rosa nods, focusing as much as she can on drying her hair, but unable to contain her surprise. What a strange information broker. Yeah, interesting. Rosa and Artem sit at the bar, prepared to start negotiations. A cup of hot water is placed before them. On this rainy night, as media personnel, they are sipping boiled water in a tavern and exchanging information with a cunning information broker whom she's worked so hard to find. These situations, which seem normal individually, are incredible when happening at the same time.
정식으로 제 소개를 드리죠. 전 정보 거래인 백은우입니다. 지민 씨는 제 조수이니 피하지 않으셔도 돼요.
Interesting. Celestine is his assistant this time. Oh god, imagine if it was Kiki. Imagine if Kiki was in this story. Oh god. I kind of want Kiki to be in this story. Celestine takes a beer glass, skillfully and carefully wiping it. Then when she hears her name mentioned, she looks up and smiles. Hello, my name is Rosa.
이번이 첫 거래이고 불상사를 막기 위해 미리 드릴 말씀이 있어요.
Certainly, please go on.
저와 거래할 때 터치하면 안 되는 두 가지가 있어요. 첫째는 한계점, 둘째는 원칙입니다.
Interesting. His principles and his threshold.
제가 수락한 비즈니스를 다른 손님이 멋대로 파괴할 수 없어요. 이게 제 한계점이에요.
I recall him using the word threshold when talking to Bill. No wonder he was furious that he couldn't speak. Artem won't give preferential treatments to his clients, whether they're good or bad. Then Artem
그리고
continues.
제 원칙은 거래가 끝나기 전까지 손님이 서로의 안전을 위협하지 않는 겁니다.
Wait, what? I mean, sure. I guess that counts as a principle. Sure. Your threshold is that any business I decide to cannot be destroyed by other clients. Add quote. Yeah. Oh god. Can we do that? I don't even know what that would mean. But yeah, I'm just like confused. Like, I guess, but he means like that is the limit at which he stops, right? Threshold just sounds so awkward. Okay, whatever. We're gonna move on. I can't obsess over this word this entire stream.
만약 어긴다면 제겐 완료되지 않은 거래를 끝낼 권리가 있어요. 물론 보수도 2배로 지급해야 하죠.
Oh. Otherwise, I have the right to terminate the unfinished transaction. And of course, the penalty fee is double the pay. Wow. Profound. Kathy trying to trigger me here. So this is the real face of the information broker. Artem's rules are all in place to ensure the transaction proceeds smoothly. Understood. I can abide by those 2 rules.
그러길 바라겠습니다. 여러 차례의 방문과 잠복 조사를 통해서 결국 제 연락처를 얻었으니
Ooh.
다른
Caught.
각도로 보면 실력이 좋다고 할 수 있겠네요. 손님은 거래할 만한 가치가 있는 사람이죠.
Ooh. He's so cold, like in both English and Korean, right? I guess that means that, you know, the quality of your skills is good enough. It's deserving of a transaction, but like it's said so coldly. She tenses up instantly. He even knows how I got his contact information. However, Artem doesn't give her any time to react as he continues speaking.
그럼 본론으로 들어가죠. 어떤 정보를 원하시나요? 그리고 무엇과 교환할 생각이십니까?
There's only one thing I wish to know. Is Justice, the freelance current affairs commentator, dead or alive? Upon hearing this, the information broker is taken aback, probably surprised that she would ask for such information.
좀 이상한 질문이네요. 이렇게 말씀드리겠습니다. 아시다시피 천칭이 반년 전 블랙레트를 체포하다 사망한 건 프란시 시민이라면 모두가 아는 일입니다. 절 백방으로 찾아놓고 의심의 여지가 없는 정보를 거래하려고 하는 이유를 물어봐도 되나요?
Of course. I can tell you the reason. After that incident 6 months ago, I started investigating the wicked rats and read up on everything about them. However, in the details of those reports, I always detected faint traces of justice. Oh, that look. I knew it. It is him. She deliberately pauses at this point to observe his reaction. But he seems adept at controlling his emotions. His gaze wanders for a brief moment, but nothing else is out of the ordinary. She continues. So I venture to guess that maybe Justice is still alive, or maybe there are others like Justice, like me, who are secretly investigating. In any case, Justice is very important to me. If I can confirm that Justice is still alive, I'm willing to work with him. Otherwise, I will continue to investigate the matter on my own terms and fulfill Justice's dying wish. Artem falls silent for a moment, a look of confusion in his eyes.
들어보니 천칭에 대해 아주 잘 알고 계신 것 같네요.
Yeah, looking at your words, it seems that you know very well about him, or you know him very well.
천칭과는 무슨 관계고 왜 그렇게 그의 생사를 신경 쓰죠? 심지어 작전 협조까지 제안하시는 이유가 있나요?
Anticipating these questions, she came prepared, racking her brain to make up a white lie. Because I'm Justice's girlfriend. What is... Rosa, what's wrong with you? Rosa, why would you make up such a lie? It's the most absurd nonsense, right? Guys, let's replay that. Oh my god. Yeah, even Artem kept believing it. Oh, that was so funny. Oh, that was a good cough. Artem, who had been drinking water, starts choking. He looks up at her in shock, the first time he has shown such visible emotion.
뭐라고요?
여자친구?
She realizes Celestine also looks startled, almost dropping the beer glass in her hands.
당신이 여자친구라고요? 잘못 들은 거 아니죠?
Oh no. It's Celestine's shipping senses, you guys. Oh no. Yes. I'm terribly sorry. I accidentally revealed such important information while bartering. Rosa's so silly. In the process of obtaining the contact information of this information broker, she heard the vague mention that he was a man, so she deliberately used this as a cover. Whether the information broker contradicts it or not, she can get more information from him, maybe even confirming if he knows Justice. Hopefully, this smoke bomb you prepared in advance will work. So she did plan it. It wasn't just like a random thought. Oh, Rosa. However, he seems to think of something that calms him and his expression returns to normal.
죄송해요. 이건 너무 놀라운 얘기라서. 제 정보에 따르면 천칭은 여자친구가 없습니다. 그러니 이 정보로 거래를 하기엔 무리인 듯하네요.
You know Justice?
어떤 정보는 알지 않아도 돼요.
So that means you acquired the information, right? Well, you're not Justice, and if you don't know him well, how can you be sure he doesn't have a girlfriend? Artem falls silent, not responding, but there is no sign of surrender in his expression. The gaze from his azure eyes resembles the clear blue sky, revealing every thought. What a cunning information broker. She worries that if she holds out any longer, he'll just pull the plug on the transaction, and she's desperate for information and justice. So just in case, she decides to show her hand. Fine then. I'll have to pull... They couldn't decide on the verb here, apparently. I'll have to pull out my ace. Just get a copywriter, please. Just get a copywriter. I'll do it for you. Pay me. Don't even pay me. I'll just do it for free. I have the details of the Wicked Rat's next target. His name is Sam Rayber, right? Seeing the subtle change in Artem's expression, she knows that this information can be used in the transaction. I looked into him. Not only is he the last surviving editor-in-chief of the journalism committee, but he is also one of the central figures who came up with the plan to arrest the Wicked Rats. However, Sam has gone missing for quite some time. Neither the people who want to kill or protect him can find him. She looks into Artem's eyes, confident about her bargaining chip. Maybe I was lucky. I acquired his contact information, contacted him, and verified that it was him indeed. If Justice is really gone, I'll resume my investigation, starting with Sam. Well, can I use this information as payment? Artem seems surprised that she has this information.
만반의 준비를 해서 오실 거라곤 생각 못했네요. 그 정보는 거래할 가치가 있는 것 같으니 알려드리죠.
What do you think he's gonna say? Do you think he'll tell the truth or lie? Artem pauses for a moment as if hesitating, but there is some reluctance.
찬칭은 확실히 죽었어요.
He lied. Is that so? At that moment, she doesn't know what kind of expression she has on her face, but it seems to take the information broker by surprise. He seems puzzled. But she doesn't want to explain, nor is she in any mood. She gives him Sam's contact information on a piece of paper and hurries out of the tavern. Oh, the music. It's been a long time since she walked alone on the streets of France City at night. The rain has stopped, but that does nothing for the heavy feeling in her heart. Justice is dead. How many times has she heard that phrase in the past 6 months? She was so close to accepting that as a truth when she found a glimmer of hope that Justice was still alive. But now that hope has vanished as well. She didn't tell the information broker how important Justice was to her, and it wasn't just lip service. Forget it. Now that I've confirmed it for myself, there's no use thinking about it anymore. The most important thing now is to come up with a subsequent plan and finish what Justice started. But at the same time, doubt rises in her heart again. Just before leaving, Artem suddenly calls out to her.
잠깐만요. 그게 이후 며칠은 몸 조심하시고 섣불리 움직이지 마세요.
His words leave her puzzled. Looking back from her first encounter to the negotiations, there are details that make her feel... Ever since she mentioned Justice, Artem's concern for her seems to extend beyond his capacity as an information broker, or perhaps he exhibited behaviors that weren't consistent with the rumors about him. Is there something else he wants from me? Just then she feels something is wrong. It was just a little too quiet. She subconsciously picks up the pace and heads towards the main street. That was careless of me. I should have finished and come out sooner. There have been dangerous things happening around me recently. What if... Just then, she hears hurried footsteps in the distance, followed by an anxious voice. Her instincts take over as she ducks subconsciously. Gunfire. The sound of gunfire erupts, followed by something flying over her head. Who? After ducking, she doesn't dare move. Her body feels stiff, and her mind goes blank. Doubts swirl around inside her mind. She cannot answer them, nor can she think. Suddenly, a familiar presence rushes over to grab her without hesitation, pulling her into a corner.
절 따라오세요.
I love his voice so much. I'll follow you anywhere. Okay. She glances instinctively at her savior. Artem? What are you doing here? Artem looks back warily at first. Several people seem to be running in this direction.
설명할 시간 없어요. 저들이 곧 쫓아올 거예요. 제 연기에 맞춰줘요. 저들을 속여야 당신 목숨을 건질 수 있어요.
This reminds me of Spy Family, like the scene with Yor and Lloyd running around. Like after that first date. Artem speaks quickly and she nods nervously, immediately understanding what he means. Okay, but how? But before she can understand the situation, several men in black catch up to her. I forgot I was going to do this card in a British accent. I mean, I can't do a British accent, so it wouldn't work. But like it would have been funny for 2 seconds, right? Oh well. Her nerves tense up. The men in pursuit, guns in hand, are panting slightly with fierce gazes locked on her and Artem. Not only that, these guys are somewhat familiar.
참 기막힌 우연이군요.
Try it? No, it would be bad. I can't do a British accent. With that, the men make way for the sound behind them. She is taken aback when she sees the familiar face. Bill, aren't these those guys that almost ran me over this morning? Bill stares intently at Artem. his eyes dejected, as if trying to contain his inner emotions. What do you mean this morning? What do you mean this morning? There's no way that she was at the bar for like the whole freaking day, right? Oh my god, please.
존경하는 백은우 씨, 지금 이게 무슨 뜻이지? 두 사람의 거래는 이미 끝났을 텐데. 그렇다면 우리의 임무를 방해하지 말아줬으면 하는데.
거래가 이미 끝났다면 내가 굳이 쫓아왔을까?
음.
그럼 둘이 어떤 거래가 아직 남았는지 듣고 싶은 걸.
그건 내 사생활이야.
That's my private matter. Oh. Artem throws her a look which seems to contain profound meaning. They did it, you guys. They threw the word profound in again. I swear to God.
내게 빚진 걸 다 갚아야 거래 끝이지.
What? What did he just say? But Bill doesn't seem convinced. He tilts his head, his eyes still cold and murderous.
자신을 너무 과대평가하지 마. 우리도 알아낼 수 있는 일이 있으니까.
Ooh, that was legit a really good threatening voice line.
백은후, 자신을 너무 과대평가하지 마.
Ooh, I got chills.
알아낼 수 있는 일이 있으니까. 너랑 아무 관계도 없는 평범한 평론가인데 무슨 빚이 있다는 거지?
They looked into me?
차라리 이렇게 하자고. 한 발짝 양보해서 내가 다른 거래를 제안하겠어.
Ooh. But even if you make another transaction with him, you still can't like murder his other client. I mean, that's his threshold.
우리가 갚을 테니까 우리한테 넘겨. 어때?
Wait, where'd you clip? In a panic, she doesn't know what expression to show and what actions to take at this moment. The next second, however, Artem smiles, not showing any signs of panic. He slowly raises his hand and strokes the hair on the side of her head. The voice is low with the tenderness that anyone can hear.
무서워요? 무서워요?
I'm scared of what you're doing to my heart.
조금 전에는 왜 안 무서워했어요? 지금도 도망치고 싶어요?
No. That seems to be a casual question, however. Artem turns around to look at Bill without waiting for her to answer.
그 거래는 안 되겠는데.
그게 무슨 말?
이건 너희가 갚을 수 있는 게 아니야. 아니, 프란시를 통틀어도 갚을 수 있는 사람이 없을걸.
What? Hi, Beck. The profound cop. No, don't do this to me. Oh, they literally just used the word profound in a sentence in here, and it triggered me.
이 손님은 나한테 아주 큰 마음의 빚을 졌거든.
Oh, no. Now it's my turn to cop. What did he just say? Shut up. Don't. Oh my god. That is some grade A bullshitting. Ew. Gross. Stop.
이 손님은 나한테 아주 큰 마음의 빚을 졌거든.
Yes, Spy Family cosplay. I am Anya Forger. A great debt of love. He said with a straight face. Well, I mean, to be fair, earlier he was super cute. Hang on.
무서워요? 조금 전에는 왜 안 무서워했어요? 지금도 도망치고 싶어요? 이 손님은 나한테 아주 큰 마음의 빚을 졌거든.
He says, because this client owes me a great debt of the heart. Same meaning and just as gross. You got the beginning and ending. Oh, great. You're getting the middle now. Did you catch the cough? We'll listen to him cough in all the languages later. But he coughs beautifully in this. It was really funny. Choked on water. Oh! Choked on water he did. But oh! As Genshin says, at these times, it's only proper to close your eyes. Close your eyes, everyone. Close your eyes. Oh my. Yeah, fake out, make out. Wow. With that, Artem extends his hand to cup the back of her head. Look at this. Oh, Mom, I want to see. What was it that Anya said yesterday? Anya has become an adult. Anya can talk to Becky now. Oh, about love. Anya can talk to Becky about love now. Anya has become an adult. Oh. Looks like Rizlord is judging him. Nice technique, but use more tongue. Rizlord looks surprised. He's like, ooh. It does look like Risley is watching TV. Right? Like there's just a TV here and Riz is just watching while like waiting for Nubia to finish up with his work. Dang, look at this this animation though. Illustration, whatever. Dude, look at his hands. Look at his hands. Oh, hey. Oh, look. Look at his neck thingy. And look at my neck thingy. Sorry. Yeah, Noob is on the tablet. Can Noob use a tablet? I mean, I guess old men can. They're watching a K-drama together, yes. Then he tilts his head and leans over, enveloping her body in his embrace. Why is embrace in quote marks? Hi, AQ! How are you? His warm breath gently brushes her ears, but that doesn't last very long. Artem's lips stop halfway between the corner of her mouth and cheek. The next second, she hears an imperceptible sound. Anya, don't lurk. Or don't look, yes. Thank you for the lurk. Okay.
협조해주세요.
I will play along as much as you want. I will do anything you want. Oh. What did he just say?
협조해주세요.
Maybe this can't go on YouTube.
입 맞추는 척해요.
Okay. She whispers back, cooperating with Artem, knowing full well what he means. Artem temporarily thought up this ruse to protect her, at the same time wanting to respect her feelings. And with this fake kiss, Bill wouldn't have any excuse to take her away. She has mixed feelings. Suddenly, she feels that Artem, so close to her, is not some cold and cunning information broker. The person before her feels eerily similar to Justice, who may seem cold on the outside, but is actually an attentive gentleman. No, he's respectful. That's what's hot. That's what's hot about Artem. He's respectful of your boundaries. Yes, you asked a few female friends about this and they agreed. See? Exactly. I know what I'm talking about. Anya knows romance and love. Anya is an adult now. Anya saw two people fake make out. Artem releases her after some time and pretends to catch his breath. Liddy wouldn't. She quickly looks down, her cheeks already burning. She doesn't know if it's a reaction from cooperating with Artem or other reasons. What? What is this line? She quickly looks down, her cheeks already burning. She doesn't know if it's a reaction from cooperating. Does cooperation turn her on? Does cooperation turn her on? I can't breathe. This is so funny. Oh my god. Profound, yes. Oh my god. That would be. Do I find cooperating hot? Oh my god. The sequence of sentences here.
돌아가서 계속해야 할지도 모르겠군요.
She lifts her head slightly, thinking that his words are directed at her. However, she realizes he's actually facing Bill. What? What? Thank you for the hydrate. I shall sip more caramel macchiato. Thank you for doing hydrate also, because I got to see sipping a glass of water on screen, and that was hot. God, Jung Yoon-ho is so hot. Also, guys, for those who don't know, my favorite idol, male idol, is Jung Yoon-ho from Dongbang Shingi, and he is Artem in real life, pretty much. So it's very funny that basically in this game, I just picked the most ish guy and fell for him. I have a type. Yeah, the delicate water. Yes. Then you're in for a ride tonight, madam.
돌아가서 계속해야 할지도 모르겠군요.
What? What? This line, guys. This line. And then also, however, she realized he's actually facing Bill. What? Did he just invite Bill to this cooperation session? Did he just invite Bill to cooperate?
이건 예상 못했군. 그래, 그렇다면 네 여자니까 제대로 관리하라고. 밖에서 사고 치지 않게 말이야.
Oh, he sounds way more frustrated now.
임무 과정에서 사고가 나도 우린 책임 못 집니다. 백은우 씨.
Oh, scary. Bill speaks angrily before turning around and leading his men away. Rosa's heart doesn't feel reassured until their figures disappear in the distance. They're finally gone. That scared me. Artem distances himself from her. Then looks away, not meeting her gaze for some reason. Hang on. Did you hear that? Wait. I think they... Oh, I can't replay it. But I think they made the sound of him moving away from her, like the rustle of clothes. I think they made that sound effect. I love this game. The effort they put into this game is great.
방금 무례를 범해서 죄송합니다.
He apologizes.
하지만 그렇게 하지 않았다면 쉽게 포기하지 않았을 거예요.
It's fine. I understand. Thank you for coming to my rescue. But can you tell me why you're here? This doesn't sound like the sort of thing that a cold and cunning information broker would do. And don't tell me it's because of your principles. We already concluded our transaction.
다른 곳으로 가서 얘기하죠.
That actually was profound. Wait, hang on. That was a profound chuckle. I need a sound clip of this. I need a sound clip of that. Okay. When Rosa and Artem return to the tavern, Celestine gives them a long look. Celestine is here, by the way, guys. So just for those who are tuning in, Celestine our fellow shipper is also in this story, and I am living for it.
아니야, 그 사람이 위험해. 라는 말만 남겨두고 왜 갑자기 설명도 없이 급하게 뛰쳐나가나 했네.
Exposed. Look at Celestine exposing Artem like this. That line was so long. She did not need to include all that information.
아니야, 그 사람이 위험해. 라는 말만 남겨두고 왜 갑자기 설명도 없이 급하게 뛰쳐나가나 했네. 아니야, 그 사람이 위험해. 라는 말만 남겨두고 왜 갑자기 설명도 없이 급하게 뛰쳐나가나 했네.
In Korean, he says even less. Yeah, show us her in her hat. I know, right? Give us Celestine in her hat. Okay, but in Korean, he only says 그녀가 위험해. So just all he said was she's in danger and he left. So in Korean, it's not something isn't right, she's in danger. He literally just goes she's in danger and ran. Wow. So he rushed there to rescue me.
근데 무슨 일 있었어? 왜 분위기가 달라진 것 같지?
My consent skills are needed. I must go. What does that even mean? Artem remains expressionless. It seems he wants to dodge the question, walking over to have a drink of water. Celestine stares at her with interest. Not knowing how to explain what happened, she quickly sits down next to Artem, pretending to be thirsty. Do you have to pretend? Do you have to pretend, Rosa? I don't think so.
오, 반응이 똑같은 거 보니 얼굴 붉힐 만한 일이 있었던 게 분명하네. 오, 반응이 똑같은 거 보니 얼굴 붉힐 만한 일이 있었던 게 분명하네.
Okay. Oh, the reaction is the same. Something must have happened to make you both blush like this. That's what she said. Begging you not to take the CEO position. Artem rushing into the scene. We must discuss the safe word first. I love it. You have a question. Go ahead. After saying that, Celestine goes about her business with a smile. Rosa looks at Artem, the fire of doubt reigniting in her heart. Can you tell me why? Why did you go out of your way to save me? His hand holding the cup of water trembles slightly as Artem sighs gently. He then looks at her solemnly.
사실 천칭은 아직 살아 있어요.
What? Really? He's alive?
네. 나서기 쉽지 않은 상황이라 제가 협력자 역할을 하고 있죠. 저희는 친구인 셈이에요. 전에 솔직하게 알려드리지 않았던 건
Artem stops all of a sudden. His eyes wander for a moment, as if he's deciding what to say. Were you testing me? Rosa, shut up!
시험. 네, 맞아요. 시험하기 위해서였어요.
It was
깨달으셨나 보네요.
It was to test you. Oh my god. I can imagine how Corey might have said this, actually. Do you think Sherlock could solve the Kira case from Death Note? Definitely. Artem got 2 feet with 2 feet of a woman. I am banging Justice. That's hot. With consent. Justice gave consent first, don't worry. Yes. Indeed. Artem sighs and explains the reason why.
처음에 아무렇지 않게 바로 죽은 지 반년이 넘은 천칭을 언급해서 의심을 안 할 수가 없었어요. 블랙 레트가 보낸 사람인지 속이고 다른 정보를 빼가려는 게 아닌지 확신이 없어서 쉽게 믿지 않았어요.
Oh, interesting. I think they're just called the black rats in Korean?
떠난 뒤에 갑자기 깨달았어요. 만약 당신 말이 사실이라면 블랙 레트는 당신이 혼자 있는 오늘 저녁을 놓치지 않을 거란 거예요.
I guess like in English that would carry some possibly very bad connotations, so that's probably why they didn't want to go with that.
그래서 뛰쳐나갔는데 마침 그들이 당신을 죽이려는 걸 봐서 제 추측을 확신했죠. 당신을 구해내서 다행이에요.
that's so soft. Listen to that.
당신을 구해내서 다행이에요.
Oh, look how soft he sounds there. Okay. Rosa just sitting there watching Artem bang Justice and making fanfic. Yep, that is hot. Artem looks at her seriously. I mean, I'm pretty sure he is Justice. So, is he banging himself? It's okay. It's not your fault. And, well, we're even because I'm not Justice's girlfriend either. I think he knows that. He just said he was friends with Justice, even if he's lying. Stay sharp to get caught. Indeed.
네, 알아요.
Rosa notices a look of understanding in Artem's eyes. Before she can ask about it, something important comes to mind. Wait, you mentioned the Wicked Rats just now. Does that mean that Bill and them are members of that organization?
네. 하지만 제가 관찰한 결과 빌은 조직에서 작은 역할에 불과해요.
I see. So you're trying to figure out who the leader is through Bill?
예리하시네요. 맞아요.
She can't help but admire Artem's mind and courage. What he did was very dangerous. I see. Anyway, test or not, I think it's good that you're so vigilant. Only then can you protect any real information about Justice.
정말로 천칭이 그렇게 신경 쓰여요?
Oh, interesting. Do you really care so much about Justice? Of course, he's the hero of Fran City. He must stay safe. By the way, since we've exchanged so much information, am I a part of your plan now? Oh my gosh, is Rosa just about to say use me? Is she just about to say use me? This is too adult for Anya. However, Artem's gentle expression is replaced with worry.
아니요.
Darn.
제가
Darn.
그리고 천칭을 대표해서 조언을 드리죠. 이 사건에 더 이상 관여하지 말아주세요.
No, my advice to you and on behalf of Justice is please don't involve yourself in this case anymore.
블랙 레트에 관한 사건 조사는 더욱 하지 마세요. 평소 외출할 때도
She interrupts Artem as he tries to talk her out of it. Though I understand your concerns for my safety, the facts have been laid out. I've been on the Wicked Rat's radar ever since I began this investigation. I doubt they'd just let me go, even if I give up now. She recalls the strange accidents that have happened to her recently, especially the near-death experience just now. It seems there were early warning signs. More importantly, I've already contacted Sam Reber and scheduled a meeting in person tomorrow. It wasn't easy to gain his trust, and I don't think he'll have much to tell you without me there. After all, I'm the only one who knows where he is.
당신
So you see, even if I wanted to distance myself from this right now, I can't. And please believe that I'm not acting on impulse. I'll be careful, so let me work with you. Artem falls silent for a few seconds, then seems to reach a conclusion.
그렇게 말씀하신다면야 거절할 다른 이유가 없네요.
I love that sigh of like exasperation almost, but like affectionate.
그렇게 말씀하신다면야 거절할 다른 이유가 없네요.
I love it. God, every time we do these cards, I'm so impressed by these like voice acting like little touches that they add, right? They definitely don't just read the lines. This is why they hide you. Yes, it is why. Justice wanted me to tell you to not get into trouble. Artem's profound sigh. Yes, profound sigh. Great. By the way, if we become partners, will I get to meet Justice? Stop fangirling, Rosa. Now is not the time. A helpless expression emerges on Artem's face. So cute.
천칭은 다른 일이 있어서 저희끼리 움직이면 돼요.
I see. All right then. Justice really puts his trust in this information broker. Okay. Here we go. Oh hey, this is the same illustration they used for the train carriage. The next day, Rosa and Artem head over to a secluded manor where they and Sam Reber agreed to meet. Upon entering, Sam gets up from a chair and greets the both of them. Although she explains in the telegram that Artem was her partner, Sam is still understandably wary of his presence.
아가씨, 이 신사분은
스워드입니다.
Artem responds coldly, which takes Sam aback, who nods in response.
오, 스워드 씨.
Rosa realizes that Artem is cold and taciturn to outsiders. Those with a poor mental constitution will probably be scared. Wait, now's not the time to be talking about this or thinking about this.
인사치레는 그만하고 바로 본론으로 들어가시죠.
네, 좋습니다.
They all settle down. After verifying each other's identities, the conversation begins. Rosa worries that Sam might be cautious, so she adds, "My partner is cautious, but that is so we can have a basis for mutual trust."
괜찮습니다. 저도 안심이 되네요. 그럼 서로 솔직하게 얘기를 해보죠. 제게 묻고 싶은 게 많으실 테니 먼저 시작하세요.
Oh, questioning time. More fake makeouts? That would be nice. Well then, Mr. Raber, can you tell us why the wicked rats have targeted you?
조사를 해봤는데 당시 블랙레트 작전에 참여한 건 간행물 위원회뿐만이 아니더군요. 근데 블랙레트는 왜 꼭 간행물 위원회만 추격하고 단 한 명도 놓치지 않으려는 거죠? 각종 매체가 천칭의 폭로 기사를 보도하게 방치했기 때문이라고 해도 블랙레트가 이렇게 극단적으로 나오는 이유로는 부족합니다.
Upon hearing this, Sam lets out a sigh. Then he pulls out a silver safe box from under the chair where he's sitting.
이건 제가 계속 보관해온 블랙레트 조직 내부에 관한 자료예요. 조직원, 자금, 협력 서류 같은 정보가 들어있죠.
So he has data on them.
이게 바로 블랙레트가 우릴 쫓는 이유예요. 계속 이걸 찾고 있어요. 블랙레트의 보스가 도망쳤다는 소식을 들었을 때 조만간 후원을 제거하기 위해 절 쫓겠다는 예감이 들었어요.
Sam holds into the safe box, a troubled look on his face as he grabs his hair. Rosa moves to the second question. Mr. Reber, the fact that I was able to acquire information about you and even contact you, was that your intention? Sam looks at her, nodding calmly.
맞습니다, 아가씨. 이미 죽은 천칭을 제외한 다른 사람이 위험을 무릅쓰고 조사를 계속하길래 연락할 방도를 찾았죠.
So he lured her in. Artem seems suspicious.
그리고 제가 두 분과 만나야겠다고 결심해서인 것도 있어요. 부탁드립니다.
Oops, sorry. But he basically says, like, please save me. Sam holds his head, his voice breaking.
더는 이렇게 못 살겠어요. 저녁마다 잠도 못 자고 낮에는 작은 인기척에도 조마조마하죠.
Oh.
이게 어떻게 사람 사는 모습인가?
Oh. Rosa is Lady Justice. Yes, yes. Mr. Reber. Just when she didn't know how to respond, Artem takes a step forward, thinking for a moment before speaking in a low voice.
그렇다면 만일을 대비해서 한 가지 질문을 더 하겠습니다.
Next act. Okay, so we're on 4 now. We're almost done. Hearing that, Sam freezes, then quickly nods.
물론이죠. 마음껏 물어보세요.
Artem stares into Sam's eyes, as if interrogating him, or perhaps it is simply to observe him.
그렇게 중요한 문서인데 왜 치안대에 넘겨서 보호해달라고 하지 않으셨죠?
치안데요?
Sam snorts coldly, acting a little agitated. It seems something Artem said made him very angry.
치안데만 얘기하면 뚜껑이 열릴 정도예요. 치안데는 믿을 수 없어요.
Oh. Sam can't help but curse.
죄송합니다. 분노를 주체하지 못했네요.
He's got the right idea, though. Don't trust the cops.
만약 치안데가 도움을 줄 수 있는 능력이 있었다면 왜 치안데의 보호를 받던 그 편집장들 제 가여운 친구들이 전부 암살당했을까요?
Sad.
그래서 전 프란시의 치안데를 믿을 수가 없어요. 전 죽고 싶지 않고 문서도 아무에게나 넘길 수 없죠.
이게 제 손에 있는 한 제 목숨은 부지할 수 있으니까요. 지금은 아무도 못 믿겠어요. 두 분께 부탁할 수밖에 없고 절 도울 수 있는 사람도 두 분밖에 없어요.
I know there are gangs that are also in whatever, right? But this story feels more like Chicago like setting or like a New York setting than it does like a London setting, right? But maybe it's just because I'm saying everything in an American accent. I can't trust anyone, so I gotta trust you guys. Well, I guess like the reason for this is because like he did explain that, right? He says that he doesn't trust the police because people like, I mean, that's in a lot of those kinds of stories, but he trusts someone who's showing through their investigation that they are like interested in pursuing justice, and that's Rosa, right? So he doesn't even trust Artem completely. He's just trusting Artem by extension of Rosa. He doesn't know who Artem is, right? So that's fair. It's like he has to trust someone, obviously, but he doesn't like he can't trust the police, right? He's definitely a cop. Maybe. But I can see how that makes sense though, right? Yeah. I will pursue justice too because he's hot. Indeed.
제발 방법을 꼭 찾아주세요. 이렇게 간곡히 부탁드릴게요.
Sam pleads with his heart, his eyes filled with despair, as if Rosa and Artem are his last lifeline. Artem doesn't respond, so she can't say anything rash. She looks at Artem, wondering if he and Justice discussed what the response plan was for such a situation. Yeah, they're discussing it right now in his head. He and Justice are discussing this right now. Lost in thought, Artem frowns slightly as he looks between Sam and the safe box. He then speaks slowly, as if he finally thought of something. Sam looks up at him.
그렇다면 사무엘 씨의 부탁을 들어드릴 수 있는 한 가지 방법이 있긴 합니다.
Ooh.
정말인가요? 어떤 방법인지 알려주실 수 있나요?
블랙레트가 사무엘 씨를 추격 중이고 이런 도피 생활이 싫으시다면
Artem's eyes look in her direction.
차라리 반대로 생각해보죠. 그들이 원하는 정보를 이용해서 역으로 상대하는 겁니다.
Justice, kiss Rosa again. No, damn it, focus. Use what they want?
깜빡하고 말씀을 안 드렸네요. 사실 빌과 제가 거래하는 게 바로 사무엘 씨의 정보입니다.
Oh. Sam looks at them with a startled, dazed expression, watching Artem as he continues speaking. Oh my gosh. Imagine Sam right now being like, what? Oh, shoot. He just gave him all of, wow. Oh no.
아무튼 신중하게 계획을 짠 뒤 사무엘 씨의 소식을 퍼뜨려서 블랙레트를 유인할 겁니다.
Spreading false information. Okay. If we're cautious enough, it might work.
오, 좋아요. 그럼 전 뭘 해야 할까요?
Artem thinks for a moment, falling quiet for some reason.
그쪽은 때가 되면 최선을 다해 저희에게 협조해서 아무 일 없는 척만 해주시면 충분합니다. 걱정 마세요. 계획을 실행하기 전과 후에 사람을 시켜 사무엘 씨를 지켜드리겠습니다.
Okay.
알겠어요. 그럼 부탁드립니다. 정말 감사합니다.
Sam seems excited as if he finally sees a glimmer of hope, thanking them repeatedly. The plan is going well, but the moment Artem turns around to leave, she notices a heavy expression on his face. They used the word heavy and not profound. It's still slightly awkward, but at least it's different. Your one job is to not F up. Yep, pretty much. The sound of rain, in the middle of the night awakens her from her slumber. For the past few days, out of safety concerns, she's been staying at Artem's tavern. By the way, guys, detective duos. I'm going to show you guys some videos after this of some of my favorite detective duos, and most of them are boys. Most of them are gay, because let's be real. Why is the rain coming down harder? I guess I won't be getting any sleep tonight. Frustrated, she gets out of bed and heads downstairs looking for some hot water. She's sleeping with Artem, yes. Haitham Kave, yes. That's a good one too. However, much to their surprise, she arrives downstairs to see Artem staring out the window at the rain. No, Arisu and what's his name? Oh, they're so good. He doesn't respond. It seems like he heard her voice, but he's too immersed in his own thoughts to respond. The place where Artem stands is the dim corner of the room. It is stormy outside, and a faint light peers through the window in front of Artem. He looks like a silent and tenacious traveler in the dark night, stopping for a brief moment after a long journey. For some reason, his silhouette looks lonely. She then notices that he hasn't changed into his pajamas. Not knowing how long he's been standing there, she can't help but approach him. Anyway, they are sleeping together. Why haven't you gone to bed?
아직 안 졸려서요. 왜 벌써 깨셨죠?
Yeah, I'm not sleepy yet. He speaks lightly, his voice deep, but the contemplative look in his eyes makes her curious. It's nothing. I'm a light sleeper, so the rain woke me up. Are you here thinking about our plan? She seems to be deep in thought. Or sorry, you seem to... Automatically she. You seem to be deep in thought on our way back. Is there something wrong with the plan? Artem looks at her, not responding immediately. It is clear he's still thinking about something.
아무것도 아니에요.
It's nothing.
계획을 실행하기 전 머릿속에서 모든 부분을 시뮬레이션하는 습관이 있는 것뿐입니다.
I'm just going through a simulation of our plan before we start it. So he is talking to Justice right now in his head.
비를 바라보면서 생각을 하면 냉정과 또렷한 정신을 유지할 수 있죠.
I see. It surprises me to know you have such a habit. Do you like the rain? Artem looks at her and smiles faintly.
아니요. 사실 전 비를 좋아하지 않아요. 비 내리는 날도 빗물에 닿는 것도 좋아하지 않고요.
Huh?
근데 참을 수는 있어요. 프란시의 날씨가 워낙 변덕스러워서 우산을 챙겨만 다닌다면 비 맞을 일은 없으니까요.
Okay. It is London. This is the one sign that it is definitely London. Then why does the rain calm you down if you hate it? Artem places his hand on the glass window. The rain beats irregularly on the window before it slowly drips down, obscuring the night view. I love the rain sounds. ASMR knocked you out. Yeah, listen to this. This is the true ASMR. Listen. Artem kissed her youthful. The rain beats irregularly on the window. It seems to be a silent sorrow pervading the silence.
비 오는 날은 마음이 유난히 무거워져요. 프란시는 비가 자주 내리는데 전 태어났을 때부터 지금까지 익숙해지지 않더라고요. 왠지 불공평과 고통을 짊어진 사람들을 날씨에 비워자면 비 내리는 날 말고는 설명할 수 있는 날씨가 없다고 생각이 들거든요.
With that, Artem looks outside through the chilling rain as the memories flood back.
수많은 사람을 만나면서 많은 일들을 조사했어요. 사람들의 비참한 운명을 알게 될 때마다 하소연할 곳 없어 마음속에 서러움의 비가 내리는 것처럼 보이더군요. 그 사람들은 이런 일을 겪지 않았어도 됐어요. 이건 동정이나 연민이 아닌 사실이에요.
Oh, I love that. I love this line. They don't deserve what happened to them, and this isn't sympathy or pity, it's a fact. I don't know why that line is just so profound. But I'm using it correctly this time. But like this is a good line. It has so many layers to it. It's character revealing. It reveals like the message. It makes you question like what is true justice? Is it man, this line has so many. I love this line. I'm gonna take a screenshot. This is just a really good line. Artem. At this point, Artem looks at her, the sadness disappearing from his face.
하지만 비 내리는 날의 그 무거운 느낌은 정신을 또렷하게 만들어주죠. 비를 볼 때마다 속으로 과거의 꿈을 잊지 말자. 아직 할 일이 많다고 되뇌곤 해요.
She can't help, or she can't believe that that's his reason. It's difficult to describe the mood she's feeling at this moment, except that Artem is similar to the justice in her mind. The obvious surprise in her eyes leaves Artem stunned. He then adds,
이건 천칭과 친구가 돼서 협력하는 이유이기도 해요. 우린 비슷한 꿈을 가졌으니까요.
we have the same dream. Oh my god. He's like, oh shit, I gave myself away. Something feels off. Could it be? She looks at the side of his face, blurting something out casually. It's true that you're very similar to him. In my heart, the two of you are the ones braving through the storm, protecting the peace without regret or complaints. Do you agree? Artem freezes unexpectedly. Soon after, he asks a strange question.
사실 궁금했어요. 왜 천칭을 그렇게 높이 평가하시는 거죠? 왜 그렇게 신경 쓰시는 건가요?
Actually, I'm curious. Why do you think so highly of him? Why do you care so much about him?
천칭은 프란시 사람들에게 영웅이라고 불리지만
Many people call him the hero of France City, but
그렇게 대단했다면 블랙레트에 숨겨진 보스가 도망쳐서 더 많은 사람들이 암살당하게 만들지도 않았겠죠.
ooh, bit harsh on your partner, aren't you? She hears the confusion mixed into Artem's words. She looks at him firmly, revealing the secret in her heart little by little. Artem, I need to make one thing clear. Justice is very important to me. I can't overstate that. Putting aside outside evaluation and praise, the real reason why I care so much about him, it stems from my own experience many years ago.
아주 오래 전이요?
Hmm? Artem turns to look at her, his eyes full of inquiry and expectation.
괜찮으시다면
Me too.
자세히 말해주실 수 있으신가요? 이유를 듣고 싶군요.
I want to hear your reason. Okay. She looks out the window at the rain, and the memories from that night many years ago flash in her mind. An evening that should have been filled with despair. On that day many years ago, if Justice's thorough report hadn't been published in time in the major media outlets, what I would have discovered upon returning home would have been a mother who was fired from her job, lost her salary and dignity, nearly broke down, and committed suicide. It was the report that Justice published, however, that shed light on the evil of a factory, which incited public outcry and caught the attention of the council. Later, the laid-off workers, including my mother, received compensation. I photographed them together, celebrating their happiness in experiencing justice and recovering their lost dignity. Maybe you're right. The failed operation on the wicked rats had dire consequences, but I dare say, the storm in France City will only get worse without justice. So from that day forth, there's only one objective to which I will work for the rest of my life, to become a freelance commentator. I want to be like justice, to bring justice to injustice and darkness. Man, every time he breathes, I'm like, ah! Artem looks at her with surprise, as if her words have moved him. I do, however, want to do more than just follow in his footsteps. There's only one justice. No one can replace him, but I do believe there must be something that only I can do. It makes me happy just to think that I bring justice and a bright future to the people. I think maybe justice might have the same mentality. Profound chuckle. Artem gazes at her with azure eyes like the waves in the sea. It's the first time he's ever looked at her like that. It feels comforting, but also stirs some emotions within her.
당신 말이 맞아요. 천칭은 그런 마음이었을 거예요.
Oh.
그 보도로 불공평과 부패가 없어지고 진짜 변화가 생기는 게 천칭의 가장 큰 소원이겠죠. 천칭이 해야 할 일이기도 하고요.
It's what he can do. It's what he must do. His eyes become soft and deep, and there is an indescribable surprise in his words.
만약 천칭이 이 세상에 자신과 이렇게 비슷한 꿈을 가진 사람이 있다는 걸 알면 심지어 약속이라도 한 것처럼 같은 사건을 조사하고 시기도 같다는 걸 알고 혼자 쓸쓸히 행동한 게 아니었다는 걸 알면 천칭은 기뻐하겠죠.
I like that he's saying all of that while pretending to be Justice's partner. I'm like, Justice shouldn't think that he's alone anyway. He's got you. Oh, these guys are idiots. Artem's emotions seem to rise spontaneously. Like that would immediately give him away, right? Artem's emotions seem to rise spontaneously, taking her by surprise. A bold speculation overflows from her heart. That is a... I'm going to move on. Artem is exuding a temperament that only Justice could possess, not something that a friend could cover up. Exactly! Exactly! He gave himself away. Trust, I read Justice's diary. Right? Oh my god. He told me while he effed me. Unfortunately, now's not the time to ascertain his identity. Once this is all over, she'll have more time to ask him. If you get the chance to speak with him, please also tell him I would be happy to walk alongside Justice. Please tell me that I am extending a proposal. I have a ring ready. Yeah, sure, Rosa, sure.
대신 전해드리죠.
As she looks at his smile, she thinks that if he really is Justice, he must have a very important reason for keeping his identity a secret. Everyone has their own ideals or objectives to pursue. Even if it means hiding who you are, even if it means changing sides, things never change. Artem is taken aback, his eyes wandering as he turns to the window, almost like he wants to count the raindrops. At this moment, he suddenly turns to look at her.
목표나 꿈을 위해서 진짜 신분을 숨기고 입장을 바꿔둬라.
What is it? Artem doesn't respond, muttering things that she doesn't understand. It seems he's deep in thought. He's doing the Sherlock Holmes whatever thing, mind palace shit, isn't he? No, seriously, let him know that I'm down to clown anytime. Yeah, right? I'll be sure to pass that along. The rain continues for the whole night. So after a few days, everything reaches the train carriage as planned. Everyone reaches the train carriage as planned, waiting for Sam's arrival. The curtains of the carriage have been drawn, with police officers stationed outside at key locations. However, since Sam doesn't trust the police, they make sure the police officers are in plain clothes, ready to take action.
긴장돼요?
Celestine walks over and taps on the table in front of her. Or in front of, her, where documents such as the interview manuscript are placed. I'm okay, I'm ready for it, but I had no idea you were from the police force. Okay, good night, Kathy.
이런 지경까지 내몰린 점에 대해선 할 말이 많네요. 이번에는 녀석들이 도망치게 내버려두진 않을 거예요.
Ah, so I thought she was like Artem's assistant, but she's also lady police officer. Okay.
전 이따 밖에서 감시해야 하니까 몸 조심하고 위험하면 은우 씨 뒤에 숨어요.
Hide behind him. Let him take the bullets. If it gets dangerous, use him as a body shield, as a meat shield. Oh my god, that's so funny. That won't do. I have to escape with him. With that, Celestine turns to leave as Artem gets into the carriage, walking over to her.
왜 그러세요?
Nothing. I told Celestine that I would escape with you if anything happens. There's a subtle change in Artem's expression. That was supposed to be a joke, or what was supposed to be a joke is taken seriously by him. They'll bounce off his man boobs. He's Superman! No, he's Superman, so they will, right? Clearly, he will just deflect the bullets. Artem? Just as she's about to ask, Sam Reber shows up, clutching the silver safe box in his hands.
오는 길에 왠지 누군가 지켜보는 느낌이 들었어요.
He definitely changed sides. Something's happening here. It felt like someone was watching me on my way here. Sam speaks nervously to Rosa and Artem.
걱정 마세요. 그대로 인터뷰를 진행하면 됩니다. 무슨 일이 생겨도 신경 쓰지 마세요. 저희에게 전적으로 협조하시면 아무 일도 없을 겁니다.
Don't worry about any commotion. If you cooperate with us, nothing will happen to you.
네.
Rosa nods. Artem then walks to the back of the carriage to observe the situation outside. Well then, Mr. Reber, why don't we forget the troublesome matters for a minute and get started with the interview? Take your time with my questions and that will ease your nerves. Leave the rest to the professionals. Sam looks at Rosa, a flash of complicated emotions in his eyes that makes her wonder if her eyes played a trick on her. He is going to betray them. I'm sure that Themis will not be sad. Yeah, but Themis isn't real, right? Themis isn't real people, so it's okay. Right? Mr. Reaver, can you tell us about your life, like your family? Not expecting that question, he smiles wryly and moves his hand from the safe box to his forehead.
가족. 제겐 고통받고 있는 가여운 아들이 있어요. 아들이 무사했으면 좋겠네요.
Suffering. His eyes become sharp as he finishes that sentence.
네. 어쨌든 전 아들을 챙겨야 하니까요.
Oh no, it's gonna be one of those stories. It seems Mr. Ryber doesn't like this topic. If you leave the city, would you still want to work in media?
떠난다라. 떠날 수 있어야 떠나죠.
His hand is clenched, shaking slightly as if he's nervous about something. She's at a loss. Just as she's about to ask, the carriage shakes violently. What? There's an explosion now? At the same time, a deafening explosion echoes from outside. She subconsciously crouches down. Oh god. Fearing that another series of explosions might follow. What is couching down? It takes a moment for her senses to grasp the truth. There aren't any attacks within the train. The distant echoes of frightening gunfire and strife come from outside. Her right ear is buzzing, and she rubs it as she sits up, frowning. Sam is completely freaked out, trying to make a run for the door. I mean, I would be freaked out too. She quickly grabs him and speaks to him as loudly as she can. Mr. Reber, it's dangerous outside. They'll kill you if you go outside. However, Sam can't hear a word of what she said. He turns his head, a dagger somehow appearing in his hands. It's when you transform into a couch. He points the dagger at her, which leaves her puzzled.
더 일찍 연락했으면 지금과 달랐겠죠. 하지만 이미 너무 늦었어요.
What?
전 여기서 죽고 싶지 않아요. 제 아들이 아직 블랙레트의 손에 있다고요. 제가 죽으면 아들은 어떻게요?
Ah, I see.
당신들은 승산이 없어요. 당신들이 죽으면 저와 아들을 살려줄 거예요. 그 손 놓지 않으면.
What did you say? She's unable to process what she just heard when a dagger is thrust towards her. Suddenly, she's pulled backwards by someone. A warm and familiar presence envelops her in an instant.
괜찮아요?
Artem, I'm fine. Artem nods as he steadies her. He then quickly runs to the door and shouts outside.
지미 씨, 사무엘은 블랙레트가 설치한 함정이에요. 빨리 사무엘을 막아요.
Wait. What did he say?
지미 씨.
Oh.
사무엘은 블랙레트가 설치한 함정이에요. 빨리 사무엘을 막아요. 그리고 플랜 B로 변경하고 이따 우리를 엄호해줘요.
Plan B. She listens blankly, then she hears Celestine's voice.
알겠어. 어? 잠깐만. 진심이야?
Artem doesn't respond, or perhaps he's already made up his mind. Without hesitation, he turns and walks towards her. What's Plan B?
가요. 안전한 곳으로 가서 얘기하죠.
Ooh.
아무래도 우리까지 잡으려는 생각 같아요. 기차까지 터뜨려버릴 것 같아 두렵네요.
Explode? I love when he gives orders. Me too. Order me around some more. Artem protects her as the two of them get out of the carriage. The next moment, she witnesses a shocking scene. Sam's whole body freezes, still clutching onto the safe box. A blossom of blood erupts from the back of his silver suit. There's a... You were right. Plan B is for bomb. What? The warm rays of the setting sun fall on his body, which collapses slowly to the ground. Yeah, he died a beautiful death, at least. At the same time, it reveals Bill, the person who pulled the trigger, as he blows the smoke from his gun with a sneer. She can't help but shudder. Why, It also seems to be the question on Sam's mind as he tries to utter the same word with his final breath. Oh, B is for backstab. Yeah, that's true. I thought it was a bomb explosion, but yeah, now it looks like he was shot.
약속대로 했는데 왜 당신을 죽였냐고. 그야, 난 애초에 약속을 지키는 사람이 아니거든. 멍청한 녀석.
Oof, this betrayal. B is for betrayal. So many B's. Oh god. Blood spurts from Sam's mouth, his hands reaching out desperately to grab Bill's pant leg.
내 아들, 적어도 내 아들은
Oh. Even if I die, my son.
빨리 죽으면 사신의 품에서 만날 수 있겠네. 멍청하긴.
Bill is for bastard. Wow.
악마 같은 자식!
Sam shouts with almost all his strength. Then, for some unknown reason, he suddenly looks in the direction of Rosa and Artem. The next moment, he unexpectedly hurls a blood-stained fountain pen. Almost without hesitation, she picks it up. In the meantime, she hears Sam shouting again in a hoarse voice.
저 자식이 진짜 보스야. 저 자식이
Oh, I knew it. When Artem was like, Bill just seems like some nobody. No, he does not have the vibe of a nobody. Oh, he's the real leader. Okay. Ruthless gunshots ring out, almost out of anger. He's got a machine gun now? At the same time, her eyes are covered instantly by Artem's hand. For some reason, her whole body feels cold, the only warmth coming from the hand that covers her eyes. She can't help but touch his hand gently. Artem, why? He's dead. That person is the leader. She speaks incoherently as Artem leans closer to her, his hand still covering her eyes. Then he quickly leads her away. Oh, Artem was shooting at people. That's why he covered her eyes. He did not want her to see. I see. He only wanted to play the couples game and then join the Mile High Club. Yeah.
보지 말고 듣지도 마요.
Protective Artem. Cute, but also, can you please not?
보지 말고 듣지도 마요.
But he sounds good. Rosa, you're speaking nonsense. None of those words start with B.
아무 생각도 하지 말고 저만 따라와요.
Oh, I love that. Especially...
보지 말고 듣지도 마요. 아무 생각도 하지 말고 저만 따라와요.
Okay. Her voice trembles with that response, and her mind is only left with the firm idea of following Artem. Amidst the chaotic gunfire, the acrid smell of smoke gradually gets fainter. Yeah, I think it makes you think of the main story, right? When it was a guy who fell off the roof. But yeah. It really reminds you of that.
괜찮으세요?
Don't look.
미안해요. 더 빨리 데리러 왔어야 하는데.
Rosa shakes her head, trying to look calm. No, it's not your fault. It never occurred to me that Bill was the leader. By the way, the fountain pen that Mr. Reber tossed over. Artem receives the pen and wipes the blood from it. Upon opening it, a piece of paper falls out. It is like the main story! It is like the main story. In the main story, there was also like a piece of paper that was hidden inside the thing, right? You should have asked me out a month ago, right?
이건 금고 아무네요.
He gave it to us before he died.
사무엘 씨가 그때 아들을 언급했었는데 블랙레트가 이렇게 아들을 빨리 찾아내서 이런 함정을 봤을 줄은 몰랐네요.
Artem puts the piece of paper back in the fountain pen and snaps the pen cap back on with a click. The password is... No! If the password is profound, I'll be so upset. He frowns, clenching the fountain pen in his hand.
블랙레트에게 사무엘 씨는 우리를 유인하는 도구에 불과했어요. 그 많은 추측 중에서 가장 가능성 낮은 일이 일어날 줄은 꿈에도 몰랐네요. 비엘, 그 블랙레트에 숨겨진 보스도 이중 신부를 이용했다니 그것도 바로 내 앞에서.
Oh, I love how tense he sounds. Oh, it's so good.
비엘. 그 블랙레트에 숨겨진 보스도 이중 신부를 이용했다니. 그것도 바로 내 앞에서.
You can hear his jaw clenched. Like, wow, I love it. Okay, sorry. It isn't hard to note the sense of remorse in his voice. You considered the possibility.
네. 하지만 그날 함께 얘기하던 밤에 떠오른 거예요.
Yeah, he really grit his teeth, just like our safe word. No!
의심을
No! Stop. I thought I was overthinking it. Despite his frowning, there is a determination in his eyes that she can't understand. You can't blame yourself for that. He's too cunning. What should we do? You mentioned plan B.
걱정 마세요. 저희는
He's about to say something when a figure rushes over with the smell of gunpowder. There's blood on her clothes. Celestine, you've been hit? Celestine gasped for air, handing over the safe box while shaking her head.
괜찮아요. 근데 우리 쪽에 또 희생당한 사람이 있어요. 망할 녀석들.
Ooh. Dang. I just shot like 50 dudes, right? From close range.
이미 이렇게 된
And
이상
all the blood splattered onto her.
나가야겠네요.
참, 금고 비밀번호는 어떻게?
Before Mr. Reaver was killed, he tossed his fountain pen to us. The password is inside.
그거 참.
Celestine sighs. Artem then asks a strange question.
다 준비됐어요?
Oh?
은우 씨 말대로 다 준비했어. 근데 정말로
이 모든 희생을 물거품으로 만들고 싶다면 한번 막아봐요.
Dang. What are you guys talking about? Artem takes a safe box in his hand and gives her a long look.
지금부터 소리내지 마세요. 비밀 통로를 통해서 빠르게 다른 기차역으로 이동한 다음 다른 열차를 탈 거예요.
Oh.
거기에 도착하면 안전할 거고요.
Where are we taking the train to?
옆 도시인 베이커성이요. 아직 블랙레트 세력에 물들지 않은 도시죠. 그쪽에 도착하면 마중 나온 사람이 있을 거예요.
Wait a minute. In Korean? I don't think it's Beck City. I think it's Baker City.
옆 도시인 베이커성이요.
Yeah, Baker.
아직
Baker City. Which would make more sense. Bakerlon, right? But no, Beck, they're going to you. They're going to you, Beck. It's Beck City. Oh. Yeah, it's Bakerlon, which makes sense, but no. Yeah, come to me. Yes. They're heading to you, Beck. Get ready. Okay. She finds it odd the way he's speaking, almost as if he's giving orders. But the thought of him coming with her puts her mind at ease. Oh no, I've seen the art. He's not coming with you. I've already seen the art. Only Rosa is coming to you, Beck. Artem's a liar. The betrayal. B is for betrayal. B is for betrayal. Artem and Celestine leads her through a dark tunnel with several twists and turns. While moving through the tunnel, she can hear the faint sound of explosions and gunfire not far away. Oh dear. Artem, no. Yeah. Finally, she arrives at the door. Celestine checks for any commotion outside the door, then goes out first. After making sure it's safe, she signals for Rosa and Artem to follow. Soon, they arrive at the entrance of another carriage. B is supposed to be for Beck City, not betrayal.
우리 얘기 좀 나눠. 나 먼저 탈게.
Oh, you guys can have a talk. I'll get on first. With that, Celestine takes the safe box and the fountain pen on the train. Huh? Why would we need to talk right now? Yeah, sorry, Rosa. I've seen the art. I know the future. Sorry, Rosa. Hi, King Draven. Welcome back. You're catching the end of the story. Rosa lifts her skirt and steps into the carriage. Wait, what? After steadying herself, she looks back at Artem. Also, that means she was dressed super fancy for this interview. Artem, what are you waiting for? Get on the train. However, he stands in place, looking up at her slightly. A profound look in his eyes. I swear to God, do not ruin this scene for me, game. Do not ruin this scene for me by triggering me. I'm okay. I just need a moment to calm down. A thought rises in her mind as her heart sinks. Yeah, they're using it wrong again. Artem, are you not coming with me? The sun is about to set, its light enveloping Artem's face. It makes his expression hard to read. Rosa feels a tightness in her chest, subconsciously wanting to step off the train to see his face better. Suddenly, Artem takes a few steps forward, putting his arm on the train railing, his body preventing her from getting off.
어서 들어가세요. 열차가 곧 출발할 거예요.
Why? At least give me a reason. With that, she laughs at herself. How strange. Why do I keep asking you why after meeting you? She holds the railing next to the door, the cold metal sensation seemingly making her alert. That, however, is in vain. Artem reaches out, placing his hand over the back of hers. His slender fingers are dry and warm.
전 꼭 남아서 돌아가야 해요. 방금 사라진 건 잠깐의 회피일 뿐 새로운 길을 찾는 방법이 아닙니다. 그걸 블랙레트에게 알려줄 수 있는 사람은 저뿐이고요. 치안대와 시간을 끌어서 기회를 만들어 드릴게요. 아니면 더 극단적으로 베이커 성까지 쫓아가서 당신을 공격할 거예요. 금고에 담긴 문서는 유력한 증거로 사용할 수 있어요. 지미 씨가 베이커성 치안대와 얘기해서 더 많은 사람을 보내줄 거예요.
Why not just... A helpless voice from behind her interrupts her.
블랙레티를 체포하는 과정에서 사고가 일어나 너무 많은 사람들을 잃었어요.
Oh, we're going
그때 그 작전은
with Celestine. I see. I enjoy edging. No Artem, no extremes in Beck City except for the polycule. Don't worry, it'll be safe word.
블랙레티의 진짜 보스, 그 제일 위험한 녀석이 살아있다는 확실한 증거도 없었죠. 증거가 없으니 도움을 요청할 수도 없고 전쟁이 일어난 후로 우리 입장도 복잡해졌고요.
As Celestine speaks, she passes the safe box past her shoulders to Artem. It looks to be a silver safe box.
이것밖에 못 찾았으니 일단 이거라도 써. 아주 가까운 곳에서 보지만 않으면 들키지는 않을 거야.
Oh. Diversion.
괜찮을 거예요.
Celestine, please stop sacrificing men. That's what she's trying to do. She's trying not to sacrifice more. He'll escape because he's Artem. I believe in Artem. Artem inspects the safe box before placing it at his feet. What if I go back with the safe box? Artem is stunned for a moment and avoids her gaze.
바보 같은 소리 말아요. 당신이 그런 위험을 감수할 필요는 없어요. 그리고 제가 가지고 있어야 블랙레트가
Dang! Dang! Okay, the way he narrowed his eyes and then spoke so sharply, right? Like, he did not speak gently at all. Man! It reminds me of the Gufeng card when he was, like, acting cold. Oh, man.
바보 같은 소리 말아요.
Oh,
당신이 그런 위험을 감수할 필요는 없어요.
scold me more.
그리고 제가 가지고 있어야 블랙레트가
It's my body they want. I mean, true. Yeah. Dang. 바보 같은 소리 하지 마요. Oh. Don't say stupid shit is what he said, basically. Dang. B is also for body. That's not the real reason, right? Not the real reason why it has to be you. In reality, you're the one the wicked rats are after because you're justice. Yeah. The friend you mentioned is just yourself, right?
이미 알고 있었나 보네요.
Oh, shut up! You made it very clear. I had my suspicions before, but our recent interactions only made me more sure of it, especially that night we talked about the rain. But there must be an important reason why you let Justice disappear and chose to operate as an information broker, right? Artem smiles, revealing a somewhat relaxed expression.
전 제가 천칭의 신분을 드러내지 않으면 아무도 모를 거라고 생각했어요.
You're really bad at lying.
천칭이 정말 그대로 사라진다고 하더라도요. 그런데 당신을 만난 후로 항상 예상 밖이라는 느낌을 받았어요. 이렇게 절 이해하고 꿰뚫어보는 사람이 있을 줄은 몰랐거든요.
I actually don't think this. I think it's a little rushed because of the story having to be quite short. But I actually think, like, considering that they only put in critical scenes, like only the critical scenes, like important scenes to move the story along, they actually did a pretty good job of making a convincing relationship between the two of them, and like having similar motivations, making that be the reason why it feels like they had to meet and they would have to meet again. And I think it really ties well into the main story, the main story's two characters, and why my personal favorite ship in Tears of Themis is between Artem and Rosa. It just makes so much sense because their values are so similar, right? The expression on his face is very calm as he says this, the light under his eyes shining.
맞아요. 제가 바로 천칭이에요.
That's so hot.
반년 전 계획이
I am justice.
저는 천칭의 자취를 숨기고 정보 거래인이라는 위장 신분으로 비밀리에 조사했죠. 그러면 행동하기도 더 편하고 저도 정보 수집에만 집중할 수 있으니까요.
It's better than I am vengeance. I called out Justice in bed once and you said yes. Oh, Jesus. Just then, a crew member next to them reminds her that the train is leaving. She looks back at Artem once more, just to see him stuff a letter in her hands. Just as she's about to say something, a gust of wind nearly blows Artem's hat away. Oh! She quickly holds his hat down, then asks him, a letter? What's in it? Dang. This is so pretty. It's so pretty! God, they're so pretty! I think this is definitely like my favorite outfit of hers for all of these cards. They may be the logical couple, but you're still a polykill shipper. Yeah, it's totally valid, right? It's totally valid. I'm just explaining why personally. Like, that's my favorite ship. But yeah, it's animated so beautifully. Look at this dress, and we always take a moment whenever we do these cards to appreciate the art because it's so beautiful. But like, look at this dress. Look at how it flows so beautifully, right? It doesn't look stiff or 2D animated. Like, it feels almost real. Like, it's so pretty. Right? Look at the way that it moves like waves. Her hair, the way that he's running, like he's just moving up and down ever so slightly because of the run. It's so, oh man, this is so beautiful. It's such good live 2D. Yeah. Man, and I love this. Like, just the decisions on the outfits in general are beautiful. She looks gorgeous. This shade of red is so complementary with her hair. Look at this. Look at the cogs here, the steampunk aesthetic, right? Man, everything looks so good. Everything looks so beautiful. I can't. Okay. Moment of appreciating the beautiful art over. Let's keep going. A letter, what's in it? Artem looks at her, a smile in his eyes. She seems to see the morning glow in them. A gust of wind under the vast blue sky. What a beautiful description.
알겠지만 전 표현을 잘 못하는 사람이에요. 근데 어째서인지
You already know that I'm not someone who's good with expressing themselves. But for some reason. Oh, that smile!
당신을 알게 된 후로 당신에게 해주고 싶은 말이 많다는 걸 느끼게 되었어요.
Okay, I'll finish so you can finish. Wait, what?
시간이 없어 다 하지 못할 것 같아서 일단 편지에 적었어요.
I meant sleep. It's okay. I don't mind. I'll read this letter. Artem, when will you come to see me? When will we meet again? Artem is taken aback, surprised by her question. Then he smiles again. Kiss! Please kiss!
비가 오지 않는 어느 날이 될 것 같네요. 거센 바람과 비가 모두 잦아들면 그 순간이 다가올 거예요.
Wow. For some reason, the vast blue sky in his eyes seems to be getting more and more distant, which is strange because he's right in front of her. It's a promise. You have to keep your word. Artem just smiles, not saying anything. She can see thousands of hidden words in his eyes. When the crew member reminds her of the time again, Artem finally asks,
만약 이 모든 게 지나간다면, 그게 가능하다면.
Also, he is fast. His legs are strong. He's keeping up with this train.
같은 것들은 모두 필요하고, 제게 당신을 더 알아갈 수 있는 기회를 줄래요?
Yes. She doesn't expect such a question from him, and it's hard to describe the surprise and excitement of the moment. But just as she's about to answer, an unknown panic makes her resist. No! Don't resist! I'll tell you the answer when we meet again. No! And he smiled, though. Can always come over and make me. Artem, no matter what, you have to come back safely. You have to see me in person for the answer. Oh, I see. That's cute. So promise me that you'll come back safe, okay?
네, 약속할게요.
That's cute. It means, I actually like that. His sad smile. I actually like that because she's basically saying yes, but you have to survive to hear the real yes, right? That's cute. Basically, she's giving him motivation. That's cute. To survive. Please survive. The train speeds forward, farther and farther away. She still looks out the window at the dark figure. Artem gradually becomes a black line, then a black dot in her field of vision until she can no longer see him. When will we meet again? She sits back in her seat as Celestine bandages the wound on her arm.
다음엔 어쩌면
What the F? Before she can finish, there's an explosion in the distance. There is no time to react, no time to think. She stands up abruptly and looks out the window, even wanting to jump out. In the distance, a trail of black smoke rises in the sky. It seems the train station may have been blown up as flames fly in the air. Why was there an explosion? Did the wicked rats already catch up? What happened? Is Artem okay? Her mind is filled with all questions and no answers. B is also for baby. She's clickbaiting him. No, B is for bomb. No. An enormous fears and worries hit her, followed by an overwhelming sense of powerlessness. She collapses in her seat. Celestine is silent beside her, offering no conversation or comfort. Celestine, please! Some things don't need to be said. Both of them already know. The explosion causes panic within the carriage and whispers of gratitude that the train left before the explosion can be heard. After some time, the sky darkens. She suddenly remembers something, moving her stiff hand to take out the letter Artem stuffed in her bag.
은우 씨가 준 편지인가요?
Celestine asks softly, as if afraid of disturbing something. Yeah, he said there were things he couldn't say and wrote them down in a letter. She opens the envelope, only to find a piece of letterhead, strangely blank. But it's empty. Did he give me the wrong one? Invisible ink, guys. Is it invisible ink? She flips over the letterhead, and when she sees the pattern and writing on the back, she freezes. On the back is a rose drawn with a fountain pen, and it looks very much like the wet rose during her first encounter with Artem. Written below is a line that reads, Love letter to Rose. Love letter to Rose. It's a wordless love letter. B is also for blank. Stop! Stop! If France City were once profound... They're using it correctly. I'm just automatically triggered. In France City, where one's profound love cannot be expressed, the most romantic form of love is a wordless love letter. Oh. Artem. An uncontrollable urge rises from within, tears clouding her vision. At this moment, she suddenly understands. Maybe Artem had planned his own sacrifice. She doesn't know what he was thinking when he prepared this wordless love letter. Was he worried that he wouldn't see her again, or worried about the things he couldn't say? But just now, they made a promise. She can't help but look at Celestine, who has a concerned expression on her face. As an information broker, Artem must stay true to his word, right?
그럼요.
Oh.
네, 그럼요.
Oh, Celestine. The blank letter is profound, full points. We made a promise. I think he'll keep his promise and definitely come to meet me, right?
그럴 거예요.
Celestine! Celestine almost chokes in response to her. Rosa smiles as she puts the wordless love letter back in its envelope. Then she leans on her shoulder, overcome with drowsiness. Perhaps she'll see Artem when she wakes up. A year later. Oh, finally. Oh, I thought that was how they were going to end it. Okay. B is also for promise. Oh my god, don't make me laugh like this. The B is for Beck City. Oh god. The last of the wicked rats have been apprehended. Investigative reports on the incident are published on the front pages of major newspaper every 2 days, and the name of the story is quite special. Justice and Rose. For a time, people speculate and engage in heated debates which cause a stir all over France City. Beck City, indoors. On a clear day, the golden sunlight streams through the windows, shining on the typewriter and pen on the desk. Not far away is an envelope carefully wrapped in a see-through file pocket. As she's reading today's newspaper, she hears the sound of the telegraph and heads over, newspaper still in hand. Another message asking me for an interview. Should I accept it? Just then, she hears someone knocking at the door. Hold on, I'm coming. When she's about to open the door, she asks out of caution, "Who is it?"
편지 배달 왔습니다.
Oh. Hey, wait, this voice? She's already opened the door. A gust of wind blows, and she can't help covering her mouth in surprise. She can't believe the familiar figure is standing before her. Did someone order a boy? B is for boy. They're in for you. They're in you. Yes, they're in you. The newspaper falls to the ground at some point. One of the scattered pages reads, Justice and Rose. I'll take it. It's a happy ending. They didn't like that? They gave them a happy ending. B is for banging. Yeah, B is for banging on the bed in Beck City. Why did I do that? Okay, I blame you. I blame you.
드디어 왔어요. 요즘은 저보다 더 바쁜 것 같아요. 잠시 쉬다가 밥 먹으러 가죠.
I've been meaning to ask you, why do you wear a hat indoors? Aren't you hot? Yes, he is. Oh, they didn't like it because they fell for the double cliffhangers?
아니에요. 그냥 습관이 돼서 벗는 걸 깜빡했어요.
The bomb, the blank letter, and the door. That's 3. That's 3 cliffhangers. Triple cliffhanger. Recently, I always see you with a hat. I kind of want to see you relax and take it off. Yes, take it all off.
당신이 보고 싶다면 잠시 다른 방에서 머리를 정리한 다음 보여줄게요. 안 그럼 엉망일 테니까요.
I didn't expect you to care so much about how you look.
당신 앞에서는 신경이 쓰이네요.
Because when I'm in front of you, I care. Did you choose your brooch for its unique style?
브로치요? 아니요. 어떤 디자인을 고르면 좋을지 몰라서 제일 가까이 있는 브로치를 고른 거예요.
It looks good. You didn't know which to buy?
네. 이런 걸 고르는 일에는 서툴러서요. 괜찮다면 다음에 브로치 사러 가면 같이 골라줄래요? 전 당신의 의견을 듣고 싶어요.
Shopping. one of the classic Artem and Rosa traditions, right? Shopping together. The matter with the wicked rats has come to an end. Not long ago, I moved back to Friend City. Oh, yay! Yes. That morning, Artem showed up out of the blue, making me wonder if it was only a dream from missing him too much. To this day, I still can't believe it. So recently, whenever I have the time, I visit Artem at the pub. I see. Okay. Black umbrella. You seem to take that black umbrella with you wherever you go.
언제 비가 올지 모르니까 항상 챙기는 편이에요. 게다가 비를 막아주는 것 외에 다른 용도도 있거든요.
Other uses?
위험에 처하면 무기로 삼아 저항할 수 있죠. 허를 찌르면 되려 제압할 수도 있고요.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, they moved out of you. They slid out. They slipped out. Sorry. But he's literally using it as a weapon. I love it. I love it. Wow, I never knew that. But you seem experienced. Do you frequently encounter these dangerous situations?
그냥 자주는 아니에요. 그러고 보니 당신은 우산을 자주 깜빡하는 것 같네요. 처음 만났을 때도 그랬었고요.
It pains me to talk about it. Whenever I bring my umbrella, it doesn't rain. And if I don't, it pours. How strange.
너무 걱정 마요.
Don't worry
제가
too much
잘
about it.
챙기고 다니니까. 당신만 괜찮다면 전
So cute. What?
그러니까 여긴 우산이 많으니까 깜빡하면 언제든지 가져가 써도 된다는 얘기였어요.
I just slipped back in. What a great suggestion. Things might be different if I use your umbrella. I just thought about how they were both in your city or in you at the same time. Does that count as double? Anyway, did you want to say something?
혹시 1년 전 제가 했던 질문 기억나요?
Beck is like enjoying this too much, I think. Of course, I remember it vividly.
그럼 다시 한번 진지하게 물을게요. 신분 같은 것들은 모두 뒤로 하고 제가 당신을 더 알아갈 수 있는 기회를 줄래요?
I was talking about DP, Beck. They're DPing you. Or they were. They can both take turns. Oh god. Okay.
아니 더 나아가. 당신만 괜찮다면
Oh.
남자친구로서 당신에게 우산을 씌워줄 기회를 줄래요?
Oh my god. He used the word boyfriend. He said boyfriend. Did they have the word boyfriend back then? Did they have that word? B is also for boyfriend. No! It tied in perfectly. B is also for boyfriend indeed. Oh my god. Beloved. Oh, more romantic. B is for beloved and boyfriend.
역시 너무 갑작스러웠죠?
Oh, as expected, it was too sudden.
하고 대답해줘도 돼요.
No,
그때까지 기다릴게요.
no. The answer is yes. What do you, Rosa, stop hesitating.